Hey guys, it's Adam with Unleashed Wargaming. Got another battle report today. This one is not a part of the bracketed tournament. It's just a friendly game. My opponent is somebody that used to play regularly. He hasn't played in a long time, and he wanted to meet and play a small game to get the hang of the rules and stuff. So, very soft lists. Not a, in fact, no magic items in my army. My side of it anyway. I don't know if he did either. It's 1,000 points of ogres versus vampire counts. I'm using the ogres, and once I put in a level 2 caster, for mostly to protect myself against him, and my bruiser for my general, I had no points left. So there's not armor on them, there's not extra hand weapons. I have a naked general and a naked caster. So here's a look at the two armies. Start with mine on the far left. I have 4 iron guts. Next to them, well, over on the other side of that ruined building, is 12 Noblar trappers. The large unit of ogres there in the middle has my bruiser on the front left, my general, and then on the other corner is my level 2 caster. He, of course, has to carry the lore of the Great Maul, which I am very unhappy with. I'm sorry, that is a terrible lore in my opinion. Got a couple good spells, but you'll see why I don't like it soon. They are in a unit of 7 bulls with full command. That is a scrap launcher to the right of them and 3 lead belchers. All the terrain is just normal, what you see: woods, building, hills. He didn't want to try anything different because he's trying to learn the rules. Starting on my right, on his side of the board, those are mounted whites. I think they're black knights or whatever they are. And it's 7 of them, full command, with a vampire level 2 in there. That's 2 units of skeletons in the middle. The one on the right has spears and shields. The one on the left has a hand weapon and shield. That is 3 stands of spirit hosts in the back, and he's got a level 1 necromancer behind them, just back there to raise things from the dead. And then on his far left, he's got 15 wolves. What are they? Dire wolves, the undead wolves. He's got 15 of them, and one has the little upgrade. So vampire counts get turn 1. He moves up like this. Of course, it's not super fast, but his dogs move up to come in here and try and get a hold of my iron guts. Everything else just sort of inches forward. He gets the spell off Raise Dead, where he raises a new unit of zombies, and he puts them right up there in the front so that I can't try and pull off any long charges. And it also messes up my line of sight with my lead belchers, so that was that. Then he goes for another spell. I'm not sure which one it was. His necromancer had the one where it raises the dead also, I think. Maybe that's... Anyway. Oh, no. I'm sorry. He has the one that raises the dead. He rolled Irresistible Force when he cast it, so he got the zombies brought up. Then he rolls a 3 on the miscast, so he gets a large template. Only wounds one of his spirit hosts. And I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. He rolled a 3 and his caster got sucked into the warp. So a great start for the vampire counts. That's an overlook of the board. So we're going to Ogres turn 1. Did not move very much. I'm not going to charge those zombies and let him charge me. So my iron guts on the far left did move up. I didn't get a picture of it. My lead belchers shot and killed about 3, maybe 4 of the zombies here. Then my scrap launcher shot. It drifted off and hit a few, but I got 1 killing blow and killed one of these guys. Yeah, there's a shot of my iron guts moved up, getting ready to take that charge. No, I'm sorry. This is actually Vampire Count's turn 2. He moved up, getting ready to charge my iron guts. So we're actually getting ready for me to charge them, I guess. Everything else just kind of shambled forward some. He left the zombies where they were. He's content to just keep me sitting where I am while he moves up. And if you can see that one unit of skeletons with hand weapon and shields, he angled them in case I charge those wolves and they live. He angled them so he could get a flank charge on me, so not too bad of a plan. I take the bait and I declare a charge against his wolves, and I make it. So I think I only needed like a 4 to get in there, so it wasn't very impressive. Then in my magic phase, this is I would like to say I will never take the lore of the Great Maw again, but as per rules, yes I will. I only got the Great Maw and the one that makes me stubborn, Spine Marrow, I guess. And I don't need to be stubborn, so I throw, I think, 4 dice at the Great Maw, roll 2 6s. So I get it off irresistible and a miscast. So we decide to resolve the spell. I put it here. I roll a miscast when I scatter. And he puts it right there since he gets to place it. He puts it on my, I guess that's my standard bearer's head. 4 ogres die to it. Fortunately, I got lookout stirs for my characters since it didn't hit every model in the unit. And so yeah, that's 4 ogres just flat out dead. And that really sucks. Then trying to think of what that was. Oh, that's my shooting phase. That's the scrap launcher hits again and kills another one. I guess I didn't get a picture of it. My miscast was magical feedback, and so after 3 ogres died flat out, my caster took a wound as well. So that's great. Over here, the wolves got to attack first since I have great weapons. Well, I did my impact hits and killed a few, and then he did 2 wounds to my iron guts before I hacked him up. I forgot to do my stomps. He was nice enough once we got to his turn. I remembered before anything happened, and he said, "Oh, just go ahead and do it." And we agreed that we would do the stomps, but not we wouldn't add them to the crumble. If we had added them to the crumble, I think I did 4 wounds with my stomps. So if we had added that in, I would have crumbled the entire unit. But the way we did it, we just ended up 4 more of them died. That's an overlook of the board after Ogre's turn 2, I believe. Vampire counts turn 3. Sorry for the blurry picture. The zombies decide to charge the Noblars just to get out of the way. He declares his charge over here. It's kind of a long charge. I think he needed a 9, but declares his charge over here. They failed. Only went forward 3 inches, I believe. The zombies made it in. And then he declared a charge with his mounted whites, or his whatever they are, black knights, and he got into my ogres, my bunker here. So don't know how to feel about that. That could be really bad, or it could be really bad for him. So not sure. Over here on this side, I polished off the dogs and reformed to face the skeletons there. My Noblars did good. Not that they had a tough opponent by any means, but they killed all but 1 of the zombies. Or no, maybe they just killed 2 and he killed 1 and I had a rank. And so, whatever it was, after Crumble he had 1 left. And over here, just went to town on him. As you can see, he killed an ogre in the back. Put another wound on my champion. That wound there on the butcher is from my miscast. And I put 1 wound on his general. That's after crumbles and everything. His general's the only thing left. Ogre's turn 3. I declare my charge against the skeletons. That's an overlook of the entire board. Make my charge. So that's good. Now, one of those guys only has 1 wound. But still, I think I'll be alright. My magic, I didn't cast anything. He had put, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, he put Curse of Years on me, didn't do any wounds. so I use my magic dice to dispel it. This is the scrap launcher. It hit over here. I think it killed three apparently, so not too bad. Then my lead belchers opened up on the same unit. They were running out of target, so they opened up on them and killed three more. So now he's lost an entire back rank and won't get credit for the third rank since there's only four. Hand-to-hand combat, I finished off the last zombie. And over here, he puts 2 attacks on... I can't remember what he did over here. He's wounded my general once. He put another wound on my champion. Since he got a spell off, he regained his lost wound, and I put another wound on him this time. And whatever it was that happened, we ended up with a draw combat, so he didn't crumble any. The Iron Guts went as expected. He killed 1, put that last wound on it, and it looks like I killed 7. So that's probably with crumbles included. Nope. Apparently I was wrong. That's after the crumbles. He has 6 models left, so Iron Guts did not let me down. Vampire counts turn 4. The dice says 3, but it's actually 4. He declares a charge into my bulls with his skeletons. And he makes it. So now his general isn't alone anymore, but that could go, again, that could go one of two ways. He could get a few more attacks in and maybe kill something, but he also gives me more swings to help crumble him. So that could really go either way. Magic phase, if you noticed after that little click, a whole bunch of them appeared. He raised them all back to where they started, so now he's got a full unit again and 3 ranks. Over here in hand-to-hand combat, in the magic phase he got Curse of Years off again, but needing 6s he didn't wound anything the first go, so didn't get a picture of that because we didn't have the spell cards. So anyway, hand-to-hand, it looks like I only killed 3 this time. Or, no, 4, I'm sorry. And he did 1 wound to me. And that spell where he raised up his unit in that other combat, he raised up the back rank, he actually raised 4 or 5 more. Yeah, 5 more in this unit. So after combat, I beat him down to this. And then I won combat by 2, so 2 more crumbled, so we're right back to where we started. Or no, I think I'm actually up by 1, but really just kind of bouncing back and forth there. Over here, my general is able to he lays into his general and does that 1 wound again. My champion with 5 attacks with the extra hand weapon can't do anything to him. And then my ogre over there, the regular ogre, manages to do 3 wounds, I think, and then with stomps they were able to get 2 more in. And just through crumbling, I put the 2nd wound on his general. And as you can see, he did another wound to my general, so I'm down to 1 wound there. And not happy about that. It's getting kind of close for me. But after combat, he crumbles. I killed his general, so the unit crumbles and 4 more die, 5 more die. And there's a look at the board after all this. I think his spirit hosts, yeah, when he cast that spell and regrew things, his spirit host regained their wound as well. And this put it back on them. They only failed their leadership check by 1, so not too bad. It wasn't a terrible crumble. Like I said, 4 skeletons died here. We decided to keep going, finish my turn. So my Noblars charge into his flank. He formed up to maximize combat. Charge him in the flank with my Noblars. My Iron Guts, again, all I did in my magic phase was dispel that Curse of Years, because I'm not going to let that thing go off. So over here I finished off those last 5 skeletons, but if it keeps going not looking good, I don't want to get into the spirit hosts because I have not 1 magic item in my entire army, so hopefully I can wrap things up. And that's what happens over here. Thanks to the Noblars in the flank and the couple of attacks I had with my Ogres, I was able to finish off that entire unit. And that's where he called it. He said it was he said and there was no point in going on. He couldn't raise anything back. I couldn't kill the spirit hosts, and so if we'd continued going, it just would have ended up, he would have charged my Iron Guts, possibly could have wounded him, and, maybe even killed him, but, it would have ended up being kind of silly. I would have had to charge him and flank and all that and win by combat res, but there wasn't enough turns to get all that done anyway, so it was a good game. He had a good time. He wants to get rid of this army. It's a little dated, and he's been playing it. Goodness, I think he's had it over 10 years. But he wants to sell it. I'm not asking him. I think he said it's about 3,000 points that he has, and he's wanting to sell it for a couple $100 just so he can start building another unit, another army. So if anybody's interested, send me a message, and I'll hook y'all up and see if we can get something going. But it was a good game. Had a good time, and wasn't really sure what was going to happen in this because one more wound, my general would have been down, and it was just through luck that he didn't put that last wound through because I don't have armor, ward save, nothing. One more good roll of a 5 or a 6 from the skeletons or anything, and I would have lost my general. So, good game. And I should have another one. The bracketed tournament's back up. I will be using my Ogres to fight high elves, and the Orcs and Goblins will be taking on the Warriors of Chaos. So, should possibly have the results of one and a bat rep up for the other one this week, and we'll be down to our final game. So keep an eye out for it. Subscribe and comment below if you have any comments or questions. And thank you very much.